Russell Brand. Now, I'll use religion. Narcissists use. Narcissists use people, use objects, use events, and they're used for the aims of the narcissist. Most narcissists are unaware of what they are, don't understand and don't realise that they pursue the prime aims when dealing with other people, don't realise that the things that they do are done to control other people, to draw fuel from them, to gain character traits and residual benefits. They think that they like people, that they love people, that they're kind, that they're fun, that they're interesting, that they've done something because they're altruistic. They've done something because they're a capable individual. They don't realise that they've actually been governed by their narcissism to pursue those prime aims. The narcissism will take anything that it can to compel the narcissist to go after those prime aims. Sex is a big one. Sex is a mass weapon of seduction. It is utilised regularly by somatic, elite, cerebral and victim narcissists, all four cadres, but in different ways, to compel the narcissist to get those prime aims. And in so doing, it is particularly effective. But it's not just sex. Money can be utilised in a similar way. Supposed charitable works, supposed kindness and caring for people. There are lots of different things that the narcissism will utilise in order to get to the prime aims. There are certain aspects which are common themes, and there are others which are somewhat more obscure and rarer. But in essence, the narcissism hijacked a particular concept, a particular way of being, and uses that as a vehicle to get the narcissist to go for the prime aims. So, for instance, it might be purchasing a gift. That's being done to control somebody, to draw fuel from them by way of their reaction. It might be by using physical violence against somebody to control somebody, to bully them into providing some kind of residual benefit and to provide fuel. Thus, anything is up for grabs when it comes to its utilization by the narcissism for the pursuit of the prime aims. So understand that when you're dealing with a narcissist, what they appear to be doing isn't actually genuine. You need to almost peel that back and look underneath, and you'll see that them giving you swimming lessons wasn't about them being kind and wanting to ensure that you could swim, although the unaware narcissist thinks that's what they're doing. It was done to control you, to draw fuel from you by way of your gratitude, perhaps to receive money from you because you've paid them to train you, which is a residual benefit. Every single time that is the case. And it's no different with Russell Brand, who, as I analysed in a detailed series, is a narcissist. And if you haven't watched my videos about that, I'd encourage you to do so. And he shows the chameleon nature of being a narcissist, as his narcissism has caused him to decide it's time for him to use religion as a means to get to the prime aims, because he's been baptized. Kevin Perry writes in The Independent, Russell Brand says he's been changed by baptism. See my video, I Can Change. All about how the narcissist proclaims change when, of course, it's never fundamental or permanent. Russell Brand has announced that he has been baptized in the River Thames, adding that the experience has left him changed and transitioned. Grandiosity. Announcement for the purposes of asserting control over the recipients, receipt of fuel as a consequence of the responses that are provided to that. Facade management by virtue of saying, I've changed. The 48-year-old comedian had previously called baptism an opportunity to leave the past behind, rejection of accountability, less than a year after a Channel 4 Dispatches documentary exposed allegations of sexual assault against him, threats to control. In an Instagram video published on 29th of April, use of social media to control, Brand told his followers, "Yesterday I got baptized and it was an incredible, profound experience. Many of you will have had your own experiences of baptism and will therefore know what I'm talking about." Mirroring. Many aspects of it were very intimate and personal. Brand went on to compare the experience to his well-documented past drug use, saying, "The truth is this. As a person that has in the past taken many, many substances, and always been disappointed with their inability to deliver the kind of tranquility and peace and even transcendence I always felt I've been looking for, grandiosity, something occurred in the process of baptism that was incredible, overwhelming, literally overwhelming because I was so obviously underwater and it was the River Thames at some points. So I felt changed, transitioned." This is a narcissist utilizing religion and the process of baptism as a means of trying to convince individuals that he has changed, that he has transitioned, that he is, in essence, a good person. He is triangulating an audience with an event for the purposes of asserting control over them and drawing fuel by way of their responses. He is utilizing the event of baptism as a means to manage a facade. He concluded his message by expressing his love for viewers and stating, "I'm so grateful to be surrendered in Christ." In September last year, a Channel 4 dispatches and Sunday Times investigation revealed accusations by 4 women of rape, sexual assault and abuse at the height of Brand's fame between 2006 and 2013. Brand, who the Metropolitan Police have questioned, has strongly denied all accusations. Denial, the first line of the twin lines of the narcissistic defense, and recently told former Fox News host Tucker Carlson in a YouTube video that the claims were very, very hurtful. Channel 4 has since been forced to question how much its bosses were aware of as the presenter worked on the broadcaster's programs Big Brothers, Big Mouth and Kings of Comedy between 2004 and 2007. Publishing its findings from an internal investigation in March, the channel found no evidence that its bosses knew about the allegations against Brand. According to the Dispatch's investigation, published in September, Brand allegedly entered a relationship with one of the women when he was 31 and she was 16. On their first date, she claims he asked her to confirm if she was 16 and said, "I don't give a fuck if you're 12, I need to know where I stand legally." Lack of accountability, haughtiness, arrogance. She claims that he sexually assaulted her at his home just before their relationship ended. Lack of emotional empathy. In his interview with Carlson, Brand said his infant son was undergoing heart surgery at the time the allegations were exposed. "I suppose what that did is it revealed that we were experiencing was a public concoction, so they get him to the Greek actor. I'm aware that I put myself in an extremely vulnerable position by being very, very promiscuous. Sense of entitlement, lack of accountability. That is not the kind of conduct that I endorse, and it's certainly not how I would live now. Note again, I have changed. I've been shown a good many things as a result of these events, the value of my family, the value of friendship, the value of being able to speak publicly, facade management. I mentioned my son, triangulation, because throughout it I was able to maintain what is really important in life. Hurtful as it is to be accused of what I consider to be the most appalling crimes, to be accused of this is very, very painful and very hurtful." Notice it's all about him and nothing to do with the alleged victims. He added, "But I'm being shown that there are consequences for the rather foolish way that I lived in the past. Of course, again to reiterate, due to the nature of the world we live, of course I deny any allegations of the kind that have been advanced." Again, utilization of denial. But Russell Brand is utilizing baptism and religion as a means of facade management and demonstrating once again the way that the narcissist will utilize whatever is to hand in order to get to the prime aims. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.